Hello, my name's Gwen and I'd like to share with you this mini album I've made using a pocket tag album designed by Melissa Francis. The album itself comes with blank pockets like this, and inside each you have quite a large tag for placing photographs, journaling or embellishing. I've also used some of her papers to make the album, and although the book is quite small, it's 5.5 inches square, you do have still a good area for decent sized photographs on each page and on all of the tags. So I'm going to show you the papers that I've used for this little mini book. They're from a range by Melissa Francis called Attic Treasures, and the papers have a collage style to them, so there are sections that you can easily pick out to feature on the tags or on the pockets of the book. So I've picked out some of these sections on some of the tags. That section there, for instance, is on one of the tags. This one has the lovely botanical plate and some gorgeous scrolly script here, and also some vintage postage. It's always nice in a vintage book, a little bit of postage. And then we've got a third collage style sheet. This one has the butterflies, which also featured on one of the tags. Here, if you have a look at that, you can see which section I've picked out to use to decorate the tag. And this section here as well, I don't know if you can see that, this scrolly bit, picked that out, popped that onto the top of one of the tags to make a feature of it. So that's what's lovely about these papers, you can pick and choose which bits you use. This is the nice damask background, shabby, old looking. I've used that quite a lot throughout the book on both pages and tags. And also this medallion style, little medallion detail, some nice little leaves on here as well. Tiny pattern, it's lovely. So those are the papers, and then to go with that I chose some stickers. This is from a different range by Melissa Francis called Dearly Beloved. It's more of a wedding theme to it, but quite a lot of them are neutral, you could use them for anything, and the colours mix and match really well. So I've used some of those, but mainly I've used stickers out of the sticker book. Now the sticker book is fantastic. It comes with 122 stickers on 6 separate sheets. You've got banners, borders, there's a calendar here, you've got some banners for putting messages or dates onto, lovely little decorative details, butterflies, all sorts. Here we've got some more label type shapes and something that you could do journaling onto quite easily. There are 2 sheets of alphabets, so plenty of letters for titling, which is always a problem. You run out of vowels, but here you get plenty. We've got these lovely vintage village scenes, countryside scenes with animals and children, very pretty. And also a sheet that has small labels. I think that's like a diary page, is it? I can't really see. There's a nice clock face, again children, and then a couple of almost ATC size, perhaps a little bit smaller, and all these are on really nice cardstock, self-adhesive cardstock, so good quality, ready to use. So that's your sticker book. So let me show you how I've put all that together. So on the front of the album we've got one of the pockets. It doesn't have a different or a separate cover, the book is just 5 pockets put together. So here I've used the damask paper as the background, and then I've used a tag which is from a pack of tags that also matches these papers. We've got a lovely pearl flourish here, which is a gorgeous champagne caramelly colour. And if you don't have the right colour pearls for your particular project, it is very easy to colour it yourself if you've got things like alcohol inks or alcohol pens, so Copic markers, that sort of thing, pro markers. Or you can use StazOn ink and a little piece of cut and dry foam and just dab the ink all over the pearls, and you can colorise them to your chosen scheme. So very easy to do, and it makes your pearls a lot more usable, I think. And then I've used here some self-adhesive linen ribbon, which I really like. It's natural linen, and you can stamp on it as well, so very nice to use. We've got some very pretty lace as well, always good in a vintagey style book. And then we've got a handmade flower here, made from Spellbinder's Peony dye. There are 6 layers to this flower, 2 in a antique cream vellum, 2 in book text, which we've just taken a page out of an old book for that, and 2 in a natural linen. And the natural linen's been backed onto some self-adhesive paper because that stops it fraying quite so badly. And a little pearl medallion there just to finish off the centre of the flower. There's also a teeny little key charm here, very pretty, and I've just used some silk ribbon on this book. I really like silk ribbon because it's very soft, it drapes really well, and it pulls up nice and tight when you knot it or thread it. So you'll see throughout the book, the back of each page I've left quite plain. I've just covered with paper, and that's so that you can add photos to that area if you wish. And you've also got then in each pocket a largish tag, and I've selected some nice detail from the papers to cover those with. So on this next page I've done some paper pleating here, and it's very simple to do, but you do have to be precise, and unfortunately you do need to measure it, so that's sometimes a challenge for us, but it's worth doing to get results like this. So I will be doing a tutorial on this book later, hopefully, and then I'll be able to show you how to do that. That's just finished off then with some narrow lace, some more of that lovely silk ribbon, this time in pink, and some twine just looped into a sort of rosette, a loose rosette, a little flower there to finish off. And here's a sticker from that lovely sticker book I was talking about, and this is cut to reflect the shape from some of the paper. And a few gems on this page, just brighten it a little bit. And in this pocket we've got another tag, this time covered in the damask and the other background pattern. And on to the next page. This one I've used quite a lot of stickers here. This rectangle, the scalloped circle and the banner are all stickers. Behind this lovely resin frame we've got the little ballerina, that's a sticker as well, and that's been cut down to fit the frame. This border is a sticker, the butterfly is a sticker, and the die cut here is a lovely elegant flourish. It's one of Sizzix Thinlits designed by Pete Hughes, very pretty, and I've distressed that and everything else in the book with frayed burlap distress ink. I love frayed burlap because it's soft and it's not too harsh. It's a nice smoky brown with a slightly grey edge to it, so it's lovely for vintage style projects. Here we've also got another tag, and I've picked out some of that scroll detail off one of the sheets of paper to feature on the tag, and the plainer damask background on the other side. Okay, here we've got the remains of the pearl swirl that was on the front of the book, because it was rather long, so I was able to snip a little bit off and utilise it on this page here. We've got a tag here and here, which are from the pack of tags, and these two here are stickers. We've got a torn strip to create a nice border there, and this is a little metal stud which I've hammered into the page, and some more pink silk ribbon to trim and add a bit of colour to that page. And then in here we've got those butterflies that I showed you on one of the papers. We've picked that area out from the paper and allowed the butterflies to shine on that page, on the tag rather. And then on the last page we've done some punched hearts using, it's quite a folk art style heart, elongated and slightly irregular, and we've punched those from some of the paper. The stamp shape panel, this little rectangular panel, and the banner are from the stickers, and then we've a lovely little charm and a couple of crystals just to dress that. The metal corner, I've changed the colour because the colour it came originally I didn't like with this selection of papers. So what I did was paint it with gesso, a layer of gesso, and let that dry, and then I inked over that with some Timber Brown Stays On ink on a piece of cut and dry foam, and you just dab that all over, and you find what will happen is that the gesso tones down the Stays On and takes away the brightness, because Stays On inks are quite jewel toned and quite bright and vibrant, but the gesso takes that away, and it's left it quite dull, definitely quite antique looking. So I was really happy with the way that came out actually, and you can still see little bits of the gesso peeping through, so it gives it that distressed vintage look. So that was just another way to change up some metal embellishments if you don't like the colour they are. And the last tag here has some of that lovely collage from the last sheet of paper, and damask again on the back, and each tag is trimmed with some fibres. Each one has a different sort of fibre, and that gives the book lots of texture and adds bits of colour to it as well. We've done some kits for this book as well, so within the kit you would get this pack of embellishments, and this has everything that you could need to do a similar book. There are one or two variations. So the frame here for instance is a rectangle, whereas mine was an oval. The pearls are white, so you need to colour those yourself if you want to change them. And there are some tags. There's the linen ribbon. So it's got everything you need anyway to do your own book. So we'll put a link on to show you where you can purchase the kit from, and there will be instructions available too. So I hope you like it. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and thank you very much for watching.